Hi guys, welcome to Rugby Nare. Na leo we are looking at the ultimate Kenya Cup match of the year. Now the first game tutaangalia ni Impala versus South Coast Pirates. The last time these two teams met ilikuwa championship finals at the South Coast Seacrest grounds, and as we all know, Pirates are the current championship winners. Kwa hivyo obviously that match went in favor of the Pirates. Now this time around, this is more of a return match, kind of a return match, because hii ni Kenya Cup sasa, and this time around iko Impala. Now clearly South Coast, we know they have the potential to beat Impala. Now can they do it at Impala's grounds? Going off the latest results za hizi team zote mbili, they've all picked 2 losses from the past 2 Kenya Cup matches from different opponents. South Coast wamecheza na KCB, big loss hapo hivyo 88. Then they played Kabras huko Seacrest and they lost 45-3, which was a fair result for them technically, because we are talking about the defending champions, defending Kenya Cup champions. Now people say the heat will not be a factor in the game, but I hear the Kabras team were complaining about the heat. Huko hivyo joto ilikuwa through the roof. It was beyond what they expected. So yeah, they were right. The climate ili factor hapo hivyo, and at least South Coast, they didn't pick too big negative points hapo hivyo. Unaona, like 45. I mean 45 is still a big result hapo hivyo. Those are a lot of points, but still people thought it will be even 100 points, but 45-3, it's kind of fair for Impala. Walikuwa Blakblad and they got nilled 23-0. Yeah, it was a one-sided game, and hata akitoa machozi manzi kipanguza machozi hawakupata, and I hope they are planning to bounce back, because this is their best opportunity to bounce back into the season and get some points on the board, because they are currently ranked above Pirates wakiwa number 10, Pirates wako number 11, but points difference is massive. Impala have -50, Pirates wako na -125. So for that game, I'll give it to Impala the home advantage, because they are at home, they want to bounce back, and yeah, I think they might pull it off. Kabras will be at home versus Kisumu. Now Kisumu wamekuwa ndio like wao ndio wanaveana points huku hivi. They lost to Oilers by like daylight, then KCB came, gave them another beating. Understandably, these are the Kenya Cup semi-finalists, but still they should close in the gap, but wanapigwa sana. If you look, they are currently at the bottom, -144. I don't know how they will recover from that, considering sasa wanatembelewa, wanaenda to the forest, and I think Kabras wanataka kuclose in the points difference. Wako number 3 only on points difference. If you look, they have 69 and KCB leading with 162, so they clearly want to close in on the gap, your points difference, and Kisumu happens to be giving up a lot of points, and kwa hivyo I don't think Kabras will forgive them ama give them an easy run. They will try to maximize and take as many points as they can get from Kisumu. So it's yet another bad day for Kisumu at office. Next one, KCB will be at home versus Strathmore. Now Strathmore, they held their own last weekend and they played Oilers. They lost by 38 for Oilers, 8 for Strathmore. Now Oilers expected to get a bigger margin over there, but Strathmore while closing the gap. I will pin the video here. You can watch the interview and the game highlights, the entire match day experience. I will pin it right here, and you can see that Strathmore, they faced a big challenge in the form of Oilers, and considering they are a young team, yeah, they held their own. That's what I can say. They didn't get too many negative points, and currently we're in position 7 with negative 36 and 1 point. Considering they faced some big teams last weekend, they got that losing bonus point from Nondis, and then that is the previous weekend. Then they closed in the gap kidogo. They mitigated the game and they didn't pick too many negative points, and now they face KCB. I hope they bring the same game to this match. You know, it's a derby, it's a Lions derby. They are both Lions, and I usually see Strathmore step up when they play KCB. You see, it's a derby, as I said, so clearly they will be up for the match, and yeah, KCB will pick the game. It depends. I don't think it will be that big a margin, but it will be probably a bigger loss than they did to Oilers. So let's wait and see how that game goes down. Then Oilers will be at home hosting Mwamba. Mwamba last weekend, they hosted Nondis. They lost 9-18, not too big a margin over there, and they are currently at number 9 with negative 42. So clearly they are balancing their season. They are playing well. That was not a bad result for Mwamba. 9-18. They could have won the game if things went in their favor, but Nondis came out to be a bigger challenge. But now for this one, going to Oilers, it will be a different challenge, because as I said, you can watch the video and Oilers are up for the match and they want to get as many points as they can get from these opponents, particularly Mwamba. And at the Refinery, it's very tough. Nondis will be at home hosting Nakuru. Now Nakuru last weekend walikuwa home playing Kenya Harlequins. They also got nilled 17-0, and technically not a bad result, because it's really about avoiding too many negative points. And currently Nakuru are at number 8 with negative 39. So still, they still have a chance to climb up the table, and for them playing Nondis, it's an opportunity for them to close in the points difference and mitigate their season. They can still win this game. I believe at this point, they have a feel of this level of games. They've played Blakblad, Queens, and now I think it's their time to win and gain some points. And so for this one, I think Nondis will take it. Depending on how Nakuru show up, they might get a bonus point or they might not, and Nakuru will be in it and they might still get a decent result from that game. Kenya Harlequins versus Blakblad. Now, these two teams have picked 2 wins from their previous 2 matches. Last weekend, KU winning their game at the Bloodbain, beating Impala 23-0. Then Queens walishinda game over Nakuru 17-0. So they are the two teams that nilled the opponent last weekend, and this weekend they meet. Now, Queens will be at home, and Blakblad will be traveling to Queens. The previous match that these two teams played, the Kenya Cup, that is last season, ilikuwa Bloodbean and KU Blakblad took the win, beating Kenya Harlequins at the Bloodbean. Now this is a return match, and Kenya Harlequins has to get retribution from losing last season. Now clearly the two teams are in form, they are winning, and this match is bound to be a very hectic match for both teams. It's going to be chaos, it's going to be war for this match. Clearly the both teams have potential, wanacheza fiti, and personally I will give the advantage to the home side because a team wakiwa nyumbani, they usually have that much confidence, they are that comfortable, but still being at home comes with pressure because an underdog, when a team comes in as an underdog, they are a threat, especially when they are winning like Blakblad is winning. So it's going to be a very, very intense match, and I'm looking forward to seeing what stands out in that match. And currently we can see Kenya Harlequins is at number 4 with 9 points, point difference of 50. KU following them at number 5 with 9 points, point difference 45. So the only difference between them is points difference of 5 points. So this is going to change the rankings over here. They might change or not. I'm looking forward to see what happens in that match. Now, championship, Western Bulls versus 2 Marines. Now, both teams got wins last weekend. Western Bulls beating JKUAT at home. They took the win 16-3, and 2 Marines beat Zitec Oaks 20 points to 6. Now, 2 Marines and Zitec were the finalists of Nationwide last season, and 2 traveled to Nairobi because the final was played at RFU. Now, when the role was reversed and Zitec went to Mombasa, the results were also reversed because 2 beat Zitec. So clearly, 2 are a strong side in this championship, and playing Western Bulls, the difference is they are going all the way to Kakamega. Now that's a whole different location, like that's double the distance from Mombasa to Nairobi. So I'm gonna give Western Bulls the advantage because being at home and the distance will take a toll on 2. But I think they are an interesting side to keep an eye on. JKUAT at home versus Daystar Falcons. Now JKUAT, as I said, they lost last weekend. Daystar Falcons, they beat Mombasa 30-11. Daystar walikuwa home. Now they'll be going to JKUAT, and I think Daystar, with their current run of form, I think they might pull it off, and they are currently ranked at number 2 with 14 points. JKUAT wako at 5th with 9 points. So it will be a very competitive match because the distance, they are closer even in rankings. Daystar at number 2 and JKUAT at number 5. It's not that close, but it's kind of close. So yeah, it's an interesting match to see what happens. I'm gonna favor Daystar, despite the fact that wako away. I think they are the stronger side of the 2. But JKUAT, I believe they will be looking forward to bouncing back from the loss last weekend. So it's an interesting match to see. Mombasa will be at home versus Most. Mombasa are playing very well. Last weekend, they lost to Daystar, although they still held their own 11 points, scoring 11 points past Daystar. That is a massive deal over there. So clearly, they are in form, but most are our leaders at the moment with 15 points, 105 points difference. So they are the stronger side of the championship at the moment. Mombasa currently at number 6 with 6 points, and yeah, at home I can say they will have the home advantage, so they will closing the gap and it will be a close match, and I would think they just might pull it off if they step up to the challenge. But I think Moose is a little bit stronger than Mombasa, despite the distance and everything and the climate. I still think Moose is going to pull it off. I'll give it to Moose with not a very big margin. UOE Trojans will be playing Homeboys, and UOE Trojans will be the home side. Last weekend they lost to Most 30 points to 5. Personally, I thought they would lose by a bigger margin, but this is a fair result for them. And come this game versus Homeboys, I believe they are going to step up. This is a more fairly matched opponent for them, so I believe this will be a close game, but I will favor Homeboys taking the win, especially going off of their last 2 games. They've gone back-to-back wins. Last weekend beating USIU 47-0, and so I think Homeboys is going to carry that momentum when they go to UOE. I will give them the victory over there, not by a big margin, by a small margin, not double digits, 4-5 points victory for Homeboys. Next one, USIU Marshals versus Koya Monks. USIU, they are on a bad run of form. I think this is the worst season that they have had in a long time. Losing last weekend 47-0 to Homeboys. This time around they might lose by even a bigger margin to Monks. Monks are ranked very high in the table. They are 3rd, and USIU are at the very bottom with a negative 115 points. That tells you everything you need to know about this matchup over here. It's a lopsided matchup, and I think Monks will win with a big margin, honestly. Next one, Mean Machine will be at home versus Zetech Oaks. Zetech, they lost when they went to Toom. They have had 1 win, and Mean Machine, they are yet to pick a win in this season, and I think this is their best chance to taking a win this season. Last weekend they lost to Koya Monks, 24 for Monks, 3 for Mean Machine. Now this is likely to be their very first victory this season. I'm not saying that it's an obvious victory for them. I think Zetech is a very strong side, and they will be trying to bounce back from the loss they had last weekend. So this is going to be a very intense match. They will be going to war. Expect war in this game, and personally I will favor the home side, Mean Machine. That is my best guess, but it can go either way. The result will be, up for grabs for any of the 2 teams. So tell me your opinions. Do you agree with my opinion? Tell me your predictions in the comments. Like the video, subscribe if you have not subscribed to the channel yet, and I'm looking forward to seeing you next time.